We got the New Orleans Saints, disappointing New Orleans Saints, heading
That's
to
that's
LA.
that's a very light word to put it.
Yeah. Uh, Heading to LA to take on the Chargers at 3-3. And boy, oh boy, I just can't get over the call they made against Cam Hart. Uh, I just what makes a ref think that they can that the fans would even want them to make a decision like that to determine the game. Um, I hated it. I think they should be 4-2 right now, but that's besides the point. I think they're favored by 7.5 points right now. I'm going to take the Chargers defensively. They look pretty solid. Khalil Mack is really good still. And then just the news in New Orleans today: Alvin Kamara, he got signed to a 2-year extension for uh, 24.5 million. So he should be in New Orleans until 26 at the latest, at the earliest. Um, Hopefully he retires a Saint. I
Good for
don't
him.
know. No news on David Carr or Derek Carr. I apologize. Eric McCoy. Hopefully he's back this week. That'd be a huge addition back to their offensive line. They can start to run the ball better again. But with the questions at quarterback, I don't know who's starting this week. Hopefully it's Derek. Uh, I'm going to have to go with the Chargers. I'm not going to take the points, obviously. Justin Herbert did have his best game of the season. And boy, oh boy, did his receivers let him down this week, including, I believe he's your guy, Mike. He's your guy, Turtle. Is
Whoa,
that
whoa, whoa.
is
Our
that Jalen
guy.
Rieger? Is that Jalen Rieger?
I have never been a Jalen Rager guy.
Okay. Well, he's
I
your
hated where he got.
He
He's
is.
my guy because the
okay.
college he played for. But
Yeah, yeah.
I would have much rather had Justin Jefferson in that
Okay.
draft than Jalen Rager.
But he let the team he fumbled the ball last night.
He
His guy
sucks. He sucks in the
Herbert
NFL.
got let down last night by his guys, and they clearly need an upgrade at the skill positions. But yeah, go ahead.
Here's where I think if it's Spencer Rattler, it's Chargers all the way. But I think if it's Derek Carr, I think the Saints are alive in this game. And if it's Derek Carr, I think 7.5 is you hammer the Saints. Obviously, it'll get changed, probably to about down to maybe 4, 3.5 if Derek Carr is in there. I I don't know. I don't think this Chargers defense is anything crazy special. I still think they struggle to move the ball down the field. Justin Herbert still doesn't look like himself out there. He really doesn't. Um, the one spot where I think they have the advantage is not even the advantage. I think J.K. Dobbins has just played better football than Alvin Kamara has to this point. I think those guys will probably be two big focal points in this game. Quarterback maybe independent for the Saints. Maybe looking at Kamara over receptions and Kamara over yards in terms of we haven't really been able to see Spencer Rattler throw the ball down the field. Everything we've kind of seen from him has been a lot of checkdowns to the flats. Alvin Kamara may very well be the bigger beneficiary of it with the injury to Chris Olave. I lean Chargers here. I think looking at a couple of props of Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins, and then it's a crapshoot for if you want to do an anytime touchdown with anyone on the Chargers. But we'll see.
Can you do a prop bet for drops?
No, but
No,
if you
I
could,
wish.
if you could.
But
No, I just saw it. Looks like Derek Carr had a throwing session yesterday and today, and he's still being evaluated. So I know that just from
okay.
yeah, I know that doesn't mean much. I guess he's throwing the ball, so I mean, I give it still probably a maybe. But either way, look, laying 7 with the Chargers, the way their offense has looked, I actually think I agree with you, Christian. I think the way Justin Herbert's looked, I think Monday night was probably his best game he's looked physically all year. It looks like his ankle is completely healed. I saw him running out there. He looked mobile. Um, More of the issue for the Chargers, obviously, are the decrepit pass catchers. Um, Josh Palmer, he got a couple targets last night. I don't know, like he didn't do anything special. McConkey was banged up. He kind of got going towards the end of the game, but
Two
he's a slot
drops.
guy. had some
Yeah.
key drops. He's banged up. Maybe they get Quentin Johnston back. Now that is, I will say that that's my guy. I love Quentin
Okay.
Johnston. Obviously hasn't done great things in the NFL. He's looked a little better this year. Maybe they get him
Yeah.
back. He was out with an ankle injury last night. But yeah, I look, it's a lot of points to be laying for a team that predominantly runs the football. And um, I'm with you guys. I think the Chargers defense is really good. If it is Spencer Rattler out there, they should have some success. The Saints, I would expect to get Olave back. He had a concussion.
Right.
That's a 1 week injury normally. I think he'll be back. But um, if it's Spencer Rattler, um, I definitely think the Chargers win the football game. If it's Derek Carr, it becomes a little bit more intriguing to me. I think one thing to mention is honestly how bad the Saints defense looks totally dejected when they're out there. I think they're banged up a little bit too. They lost Adebo, the corner. I don't
Yeah.
think he was playing all that great, but
A
I
lot of
think they're just
flags.
yeah, they might just be banged up. They're just a banged up team in general. If they get McCoy back, that's a good get back for them. But still think the offensive line is not great. Um, yeah, this is a hard game to handicap. I don't think I can trust to lay 7 with a Chargers team that doesn't seem like they're capable of getting margin. Um, but the Saints defense is very porous, and so I mean we'll see from anything on this game. I don't know if there's any gambling angle other than possibly props,
Mhm.
like you mentioned, Mike. From a side and total perspective, there's a lot of uncertainty that I don't feel confident in placing a harder and shekel either way. Um,
Yeah.
I think getting Olave back is nice for the Saints though, because walking out
Mike,
there with Bub Means and uh, some of those other
young, a
guys
lot
that
of
have
young
gotten
guys.
out there, yeah.
Mike, I have
Um,
one question. I know it's a long shot, but let's assume like New Orleans wants to target one of the guys in the draft or something. Would you at all, as a Cleveland fan, be intrigued by a Derek Carr trade?
Mm, gross. I don't think at this point. I think just
No point.
because not at this point. I think if we had still had maybe Amari Cooper, maybe, but no.
I think it's a foregone conclusion the Saints blow it up, right? I mean, did you guys
It's
see
a
the
lot of
cap
money.
number?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I mean,
bad.
you saw that cap
they're in
number,
cap hell.
80,
Yeah.
80 something million over the cap in
Yeah.
2025, and their team is not competitive right now. That
86
is
million. Yeah. That's
that
Yeah.
is that is a terrible. So they're probably still paying Drew Brees at those are the
Right.
numbers.
And
That is crazy.
our co-host Pat, he's been big on at least as far as team fit. He loves Jalen Milroe to New Orleans. Um, I would love the idea of seeing maybe like a
Yeah,
run first offense with him and Alvin, at least for the next couple of years, and just rebuild. But
yeah, they definitely need to tear it down to
yeah,
the studs. Demario Davis, maybe a trade candidate for a team that needs a linebacker.
yeah,
Um,
go get a Super Bowl.
yeah. I mean, I think he's been a consistently good linebacker
Yeah,
over the years. That might be somebody a team targets. Um,
sure,
but for this game, yeah, I can't trust the Chargers to get margin with 7, but I feel like they should win the football game. So.
absolutely.